Welcome to my channel. Hello there, this is your host. I'm just a regular guy with an insatiable appetite for exploring our beautiful world. I remember vividly the first time I stepped onto a plane, my heart pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. I was leaving behind everything familiar, embarking on an adventure into the unknown. The destination was a small picturesque town nestled in the mountains. The first sight of those towering peaks through the airplane window left me breathless. It was a moment that marked the beginning of my endless journey of discovery. Before that trip, my world was limited to the confines of my city. I had only ever experienced life through the lens of my own culture. But when I set foot in the mountain town, a whole new world opened up before my eyes. The people, their customs, the food, the architecture, the breathtaking landscape. Everything was so different from what I was used to. It was an overwhelming and humbling experience. That journey taught me that there's so much more to life than the routine we get caught up in. It's about embracing the unfamiliar, stepping out of your comfort zone, and opening your mind to new experiences. It's about interacting with different cultures, learning their history, their traditions, their way of life. It's about understanding and appreciating the diversity of our world. Traveling is not just about visiting new places. It's a transformative journey that changes your perspective on life. It makes you realize how small you are in the grand scheme of things, and yet how significant each one of us is in shaping the world we live in. It teaches you to value experiences over things, relationships over possessions, and memories over materialistic desires. That first trip was a revelation. It opened my eyes to the beauty and diversity of our world, and I haven't stopped exploring since. It sparked a passion within me, a thirst for knowledge and experience that can only be quenched by immersing myself in the endless wonders of our world. Each journey is a new chapter in my life, a story waiting to be written, and I can't wait to see where the next one takes. Travel, my friends, is more than just a change of scenery. It's a journey of self-discovery and transformation. As someone who has had the privilege of setting foot on various corners of this vast planet, I can attest to the transformative power of travel. Each journey is a new chapter, a unique story that unfolds as you traverse the landscapes of the world. I remember my first trip abroad. It was to a small, vibrant country in Southeast Asia. I was a stranger in a land where the language, customs, and food were unlike anything I had ever experienced. But as I navigated my way through the bustling streets, I found myself not just observing, but absorbing the culture around me. In the heart of the city, I met a local artisan who handcrafted beautiful pottery. He didn't speak a word of English, and yet we found a way to communicate. Through gestures, smiles, and shared laughter, we forged a connection that transcended language barriers. That encounter taught me that humanity is a universal language, and it's spoken everywhere. In another part of the world, I found myself lost in the narrow, winding streets of a historic European town. It was there I met an elderly woman who, despite our differences, invited me into her home for a cup of tea. She shared stories of her youth, her experiences of war, love, loss, and resilience. Her words, filled with wisdom and courage, reminded me that every person has a story to tell, and every story is a lesson waiting to be learned. And then there was the time I found myself amidst the towering mountains of South America. I was alone, miles away from familiar faces and comfort. I felt small and insignificant amidst the grandeur of nature. But as I took in the breathtaking views, I realized that it's in these moments of solitude, away from the noise and chaos, that we find our true selves. Each travel experience, each encounter, has shaped me into the person I am today. They have taught me to be open-minded, to respect and appreciate the diversity of cultures, to be compassionate towards others, and to be resilient in the face of adversity. Travel has a way of breaking down walls, of challenging our preconceived notions, and of opening our eyes to the beauty of our shared humanity. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, and in doing so, helps us grow. It shows us that the world is much larger than the small corner we occupy, and yet it also shows us how interconnected we all are. So yes, travel is more than just a change of scenery. It's an education, an adventure, a journey into the unknown. It's about discovering new places, meeting new people, and in the process, discovering new aspects of ourselves. Travel has a way of stretching the mind, enriching the soul, and lighting up the heart. It's the best education anyone can get. Opening, I know, travel can be daunting, but trust me, the rewards far outweigh the fears. Let me share a little secret with you. The fears we associate with travel, they're not as monstrous as they seem. In fact, they're quite the opposite. They're opportunities disguised as challenges waiting to be unraveled. Take the fear of the unknown, for instance. It's natural to feel a sense of apprehension when you're stepping into a new city, a new country, an entirely new culture. I've been there too. But the unknown is not a black hole of uncertainty. It's a treasure chest of revelations and experiences that you can't find in your comfort zone.